We have a few words to share with you and a new place to share with you. So let's go.
We're going to start with some tips for keeping our new outdoor learning space clean, calm, and creative. So we're going to talk about some guidelines real quick when we go out there. And the first one is to leave no trace. Whatever you take out there, let's bring back in, whether it's a wrapper, if we have a treat out there, or a cup, or any kind of learning materials. Let's keep it nice and clean.
And then we ask that you respect the trees and plants. Don't pick and pull at things on our way out to visit our new outdoor learning space and the trail that we take to get there.
And watch your step out there. You'll see a lot of stumps, a lot of down trees, and things that are going to trip you if you're not careful. So watch your step.
Yep, there's still some cleaning up to do. And then you're going to see some pink ribbon and orange flags. Please leave those where they are because they do help mark our boundaries where we can be and any new trails that we're trying to make.
And be very careful with our storytelling chair that is out there, made out of driftwood. It's put together with dowels and glue, and so we don't want to stand on it at all. The bottom of it is so cool, it looks like roots coming out of the ground, but we don't want to stand on those logs that look like roots because it might break.
So be calm and enjoy your surroundings when you're out there. We are in other creatures' habitats, so keep that in mind too.
And be creative. Think of different activities that we can do out in our new learning space. We are just at the beginning of developing it. Think of different areas that we can develop into different spots for reading, writing, doing art, things like that.
And when we walk out there, please stay with your class. So stay in your groups and enjoy the walk to that place. Once we get to where the ribbon is crossing the trees, we'll stop there. There's also, what do you call those?
Not pallets.
Pallets. And the ground is frozen around there, so you don't really need to walk on the pallets. Please watch your step on those. They're still kind of not as stable as they can be, or once we get a more permanent trail, those will be gone. So please watch your step.
And you are doing an awesome job listening right now. I love it. Let's keep it this way. We have Mr. Reed, who is going to be our very first storyteller out there in our storytelling chair. So if we keep it quiet, we'll all enjoy the story.
And we have some students that are going to share some reasons why we built this outdoor learning center. And we'll start with number one.
Outdoor learning is hands-on. It lets us use our imaginations and be creative.
Great job.
When outdoor learning is used in schools, students are more active in learning and do better in school. Learning grows beyond the classroom. Outdoor learning helps students make connections and use what they learn in the real world. Critical and creative thinking skills grow. Outdoor education teaches students to research, investigate how and why things happen. It teaches us to use critical and creative thinking skills. Outdoor learning helps us understand different cultures and points of view. We can discover how different groups of people use the environment.
We can study many subjects at one time using outdoor learning. We can do math, science, social studies, reading, writing, music, phys ed, and art all at the same time.
Outdoor learning helps us learn to respect and appreciate nature. Outdoor learning helps us be active and exercise. Spending time in nature is proven to reduce stress and increase happiness. Outdoor learning can bring our community together to work on improving our environment. Outdoor learning teaches us how to keep our environment healthy.
Outdoor learning gives us opportunities to become good citizens and leaders.
All right. I think we're set. Yeah. Nice job.
Hold on. I'm thinking it doesn't have a name yet, and such a fine chair has to have a name. I think we need a naming contest. Maybe perhaps next week we'll get a naming contest for the chair. This is way too much. And I have the honor of reading the first story. My goodness. Let's see if it can hold me.
Your head.
I think I'm just going to stay here for a while. Well, I'm going to read you a story before you freeze to death. But isn't this wonderful? The first school that I worked in didn't have any woods at all. It was all cement and blacktop surrounded by an iron fence. That was all it was. That's what the children had to play on, is blacktop. So you are so lucky to be here at this wonderful school that has a woods in it. My goodness. So I'm going to read you the first story, and we will name this chair sometime next week. All right. And this is, for those of you that want to see the pictures, you might want to scoot around up front, otherwise I might be able to kind of put them quickly too. And this is, it's going to be Thanksgiving in a couple days, isn't it? So this was, 'twas the night before Thanksgiving instead of 'twas the night before Christmas. There we go. All right, here we go. 'Twas the day before Thanksgiving, and all through the trees the fall leaves were spinning aloft in the breeze. Eight children had boarded their school bus with grins in hopes that a field trip soon would begin. You all love field trips, don't you? They sang as they rode through autumn terrains while visions of drumsticks danced in their brains. How many of you are going to eat turkey drumsticks in a couple of days?
I'm eating ham.
You might rethink it after this book. O'er rivers and through the woods with winding and weaves, their school bus sailed on through the new fallen leaves. When out on the road there arose such a clatter, they threw down their windows to see what was the matter. When what with their wondering eyes should they see but a miniature farm and 8 tiny turkeys? And a little old man so lively and rugged they knew in a moment it was Farmer McNugget. You see, his turkey's a turkey farmer. Around Thanksgiving, is he going to make money?
No!
I think he is.
I think.
He was dressed all in denim, which is like blue jeans, right? Dressed all in denim from his head to his toe with a pinch of polyester and a dash of Velcro. And then in a twinkling they heard in the straw the prancing and pawing of each little claw. More rapid than chickens, his cockerels they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Wonder what their names are. Now Ollie, now Stanley, now Larry and Moe. On Wally, on Beaver, and Shemp and Groucho. The turkeys were chunky, with smiley beaked faces, and they greeted the children with downy embraces. Oh, they loved the kids. They went and hugged them. Those poor turkeys, 2 days or day from Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yum. They're actually really good.
So out in the barnyard, they ran and they flew, and they gobbled and giggled as friends sometimes do. Then somebody spotted an X by the door, and she asked Farmer Nugget what it was for. With a blink of his eye and a twist of his head, the old farmer told a grim tale of dread. Tonight, said Mac Nugget, these feathery beasts will be chopped up and roasted for Thanksgiving feast. The children stood still with tears filled their eyes. Then they clamored aloud in a chorus of cries. They were not happy about that. They just made friends with the turkeys and now he's going to chop them up with an axe.
Give them some time.
Oh dear, cried Mac Nugget, now what shall I do? So he dashed to the well and the teacher went too. And they fetched some water fresh from the ground in hopes that a swig might calm everyone down. He got the kids a drink of water. Oh, they're all upset. I'll get them a drink of water and that'll fix it, won't it? And when they returned to quiet the matter, the children were calmer and mysteriously fatter. Looks like they have something. Looks like I have something under my head.
I know what it is.
The boys and the girls drank up their drinks in the hay, and they thanked old Mac Nugget and waddled away. They limped to the school bus, all huffing and puffing. It was not easy to walk with hot turkey stuffing. And then as the school bus drove off in the night, Mac Nugget looked round. Not a turkey in sight. He lost all his turkeys. 'Twas the night before Thanksgiving, and the stars up above shone down on a school bus abounding with love. Kids all loved the turkeys they took with them, didn't they? They took the turkeys on the school bus. Don't do this at home. The very next evening, 8 families were blessed with 8 fluffy Thanksgiving turkeys as guests. They feasted on veggies and jelly and toast, and everyone was thankful the turkeys were most. So each one gave thanks for love and for living, and they all had a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience. You have a wonderful outdoor learning center.
Thank you.